Don't go into the friend zone, my man. Actually, now I realize that he has a man in a kid's body. This whole thing is weird.
Hey, check out our Patreon in the link below. You'll have access to uncut and upcoming reactions, skits, behind-the-scenes footage, and so much more. Your support goes a long way to helping us with more reactions and original content. Also, thanks for subbing. Set the bell for notifications. Your boy YaBoyRockLee.
Hey, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and do so. Erased, starting now. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy YaGirlErza.
YaGirlErza.
Jumping into our second reaction to Erased.
Or episode number.
This has been an interesting one. It started off actually at a decent pace, and I still think it continued on to a... Well, let me rephrase it like this. It started off at a decent pace, and then in like the last 5 minutes, it was just like...
Yeah. It was weird. It's like...
Like what?
It was like a snap of fingers. Everything changed. And it's very intriguing. I think it's going to be a very interesting anime.
We originally started off as a Patreon request, so we're like, oh, let's give this a try. And it's like, wow, this is actually pretty interesting. So
Episode 1 got us hooked.
Episode 1 did get us hooked.
So we'll see.
At the end of the movie, I kept making a reference to Terminator. And at the end of the movie, because I knew what I was going to say. At the end of the show, I was making a reference to the Terminator movie. But I was corrected when I released the first episode. And it was not really corrected, but he was more like, the movie I was thinking of was the butterfly effect. Every time he went back in the past, he was doing something. He got back to the future, and it was totally like, oh my gosh, and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. That was what it was. So the reason why we even talk about the butterfly effect is because we started speculating, is he going to be traveling back and forth from his kid to his adult body? Yeah. So
right now we're gonna go back to his childhood and see. He went really back in time.
He's a kid again. He went from a man to a kid.
High school, I would say, or
elementary school is what I got.
Elementary school. Wasn't he in high school?
Oh no, he was a man, and he had a high school girl after him.
Oh, that's why.
And his mom was saying, "Yeah, she likes you, whatever." He's like, "Nah." I think that's what I got of it. With the understanding that some cultures, they're at 16, you're like older than like our culture. So like I'm looking at like this is weird, but
imagine the kid with the knowledge that he has as a man now, going back to whatever happened to his friend. It's crazy.
Yep. Hey, if you're not subscribed, guys, go ahead and do so. Full reaction, full discussion will be on our Patreon. Hit the bell for notifications. This channel does post content daily. Let's jump into a race starting now.
The lips.
I just got it. I understand. Right before something, he usually goes 1 or 5 minutes back right before something bad happens. That childhood killer is there, so he has to go right back to this time to stop it, you know?
But now things are gonna change.
How?
If he stops the killer and the killer goes to jail, his friend will be alive, and then things are gonna change in the future.
Yes, that's true. 18 years ago.
Why does he have his backpack? That's important.
Because he doesn't plan on coming back. If he went to the nurse's office with the headache, he would have came back. He took his backpack, which is a sign that he's leaving. And I guess they don't wear shoes in school. That's the girl.
Yes.
I would imagine he'd stop and like talk to her. Oh, those memories are no longer clear to him.
Aww.
She's back. Oh, that meant two things, literally and literally. Man. Oh, she doesn't know why. He just understood. That's why he passed by the girl earlier and didn't say anything. He wasn't fathoming what's going on.
And he's gonna go back to saving.
Yep.
That's what's yes. You have to try to save her.
You need to save her and find the person who'd wanted to kill her. Oh, they weren't close. He just knew who she was.
There's a bird.
Ah. I like that logic. Oh. This guy is always into his business. He smacked him into after school. Don't go into the friend zone, my man. You never learned anything in those 18 years.
To get close.
Actually, now I realize that he has a man in a kid's body. This whole thing is weird. What the heck is this girl?
Oh, so she's connecting maybe the mom because she's the only one that lives with the mom. Yeah. That is the friend. That is the guy that killed her.
Fakes. What the heck? It's so random. He's not being himself. The class won't change. They stay with each other throughout the whole thing. This friend is already noticing he's off. And it's kid's too smart. This kid. He might like her. Guess what she experiences. Or her mom.
She's referring to the mom. That was what I was going back to. Like, she lives with her mom. And she walked away as long as, like, you must love your mom. I noticed how you left school.
How does that make him a fake?
Because she doesn't like the mom, so they don't have nothing in common. Doesn't make sense.
You know, everything's already different. Ah, how did she put that?
Interesting.
I thought so too. Actually, that was her mother's boyfriend. That's what I was thinking. What? Sorry for my understand. That's exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
That is exhausting.
Very much so.
Yes, that's facts.
True story.
Make effect, learn a skill, apply effort, something like that. It is the mom. Why?
Oh my gosh.
Thank you. That was what I was stumbling upon saying earlier. As I said, the whole thing is weird. Jeez. Good. This is like a different way to describe this is just good storytelling. I mean, they're just telling a story, man. I'm not really expecting any action, smoke, and nothing. Just like, yo,
it's not action. It's about like how the time is the time. Yes, timing, playing, changing the story every time. When I say it's gonna be about that.
You think it's gonna change? Yeah. It's only a 12-episode anime. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think there's gonna be a lot of changing.
No.
I thought about like he would try to save him, and something would go wrong, and he kept going back. ReZero. But no, I just think he has one chance of getting this taken care of. One thing that was kind of funny for me was I was like, oh yeah, now you gotta go and spit game. I was like, yeah, but he's a man, right? He's just back in his boy body, right? And I was like, okay, yeah, that's weird. You move on. But then I've been seeing him in his boy form for so long, I forgot about it.
And then he'll say, oh, I gotta...
Yeah, I think that was very clever. I almost feel like...
His mind is of an adult.
Well, his mind is an adult. I also could see how the writing could be intentional. I think...
Definitely.
The writing knew by now you'd forget that he's a kid.
Yes.
And that's the reminding factor.
Yes.
That like, no matter what you see here, this guy's a man.
Yes. That's crazy.
Yeah. You can see it's very intentional. Because obviously we thought about it, but there was no time to process it. The anime moved forward. And you reach, by now you're like, oh, he's a kid. Whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Crazy. Imagine if the trainee, whatever, 8-year-old falls in love with the child. That's crazy. I mean, although it will be okay in that kind of time period, the mind, like, that's a grown man.
Well, that's why I talked about it. He's an adult in a kid's body. He's already going to be feeling.
That's sick.
He's going to be feeling
guilt.
First of all, he's going to be feeling things he hasn't experienced in a while, right? Yo, I can tell you when I was in middle school, I couldn't even like hug a girl without getting overly excited. I'm not going to go into details, okay? In middle school, couldn't even hug a girl without getting overly excited. And the teacher calls you up, you couldn't just randomly get up in class. You have to be like, yo, give me one moment. Okay, give me one moment.
Guys, this is embarrassing.
No, it's not embarrassing. Because almost every guy is going to be like, yeah, you've gone to the stage, you just couldn't get up in class at any given time.
Are you serious?
Yes. So he's gonna be experiencing all that again.
I'm embarrassed for you.
Here's the next thing.
I'm so embarrassed for you.
Don't be embarrassed for me. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. Because I'm no longer in elementary school. If I was in elementary school, I would have been embarrassed.
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
I'm not trying to say anything. I'm trying to say I am a man now, so those things are going to bother me. But here, all the things that don't bother me right now, not all, but many things that don't bother me right now, if you give me back my older body with everything that I feel, I may not even emotionally be able to handle it again. Because of how your body's rich with hormones and energy and
something that you haven't necessarily from being a kid to a teenager. Yeah,
that's the other thing. When you're a teenager and you're experiencing things, your body like, what the heck is this?
Like, what am I supposed to react? How am I supposed to deal with this?
Yes.
Yeah, I get you.
So that's why I won't worry about it too much. And we're not even at this point, but imagine if he is back into his 11-year-old body and he's in it for 2-3 years in an elementary school / middle school. He's going to go right back to
where he was.
He's going to have to adapt. This is where he is.
Just like he wasn't actually during the time with his mom. And, you know, I feel that every one of us has those memories where you want to go back to that time and place where life was, you know, good.
Yeah.
Like, as a kid, I apprehend.
Listen.
Yes, you get punished. You get time out. I said punished. I shouldn't say that. That's not politically correct, but that's what happened.
I wanted to say, I didn't find you until I was 21, right? So, like, if I was 10 years old again, why would I wait until 21 to come? I'll just come find you earlier. I'm like, hey, you're my girlfriend now. Just don't ask me any questions. I'll just come find you earlier. That'd be it. The only reason I wouldn't do it is I'd have to try to do everything perfectly the time recreating my own child. That's the only thing that would bother me. Like, how do I recreate my own child? What's the sequence of events I need to keep doing? And that could be a deep thought. I've actually had that thought already. Yeah, all right. Now, hear me out. I already thought of if I could go back in time, what would I change, right? But I already know I cannot go back in time before my daughter's birth. Because if I do one thing different before that time period, she's not. Yeah. So it's already thought I've already considered.
You're getting into crazy talk now.
Yeah, it is crazy. that's one of the things I like about these kind of shows. Yeah. It gets you to think like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
it's not mindless.
The what ifs.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, thanks for riding with us, guys. It's a good series, at least so far. So it's something that we'll continue. Give us something to talk about. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so. Full reaction, full discussion will be on Patreon. Hit the bell for notifications. We do post content. How much?
On the daily.
Multiple times a day.
Once.
So anyways, I'm YaBoyRockLee.
Who's that?
Oh. Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on, guys? Your boy RockLee. Hey, if you haven't already, go ahead and give us a follow on this Twitch channel. Appreciate you guys' support.
Janet. Wait, I'm gonna laugh. Okay.
If you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel, click on the bell for notifications, and check out our Patreon for full and upcoming reactions.